up, Red? Oh man, I got all day. No, I'm kidding. I don't have all day either. All right, all right. Let me get comfortable here. All right, welcome. AW here, or welcome to my channel. Welcome to my stream. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, comment below. Hope you all had a good Christmas, holidays. We're on the verge of New Year's. We're on the verge of 2026. So we're on the verge of next year. Okay. Okay. We're on the verge of 2026. Man, so we're at the end of this year. But later on this week, I'll probably make a couple more streams when it's New Year's. Today's the 27th, tomorrow's the 28th, Monday's the 29th, Tuesday's the 30th, 31st is Wednesday. Okay. Tuesday or Wednesday, I'll probably do another stream. Okay. All right. Yeah. I know what stream I'm gonna do for Tuesday. I did F because I accidentally pressed go live at the wrong time. Then I just rescheduled. I fixed it. I caught it right away. Merry Hanukkah. Hanukkah's over, man. All right. So where is everybody? Make sure to super chat me, like, share, do all that, please. All right. All right. Okay. Maybe I'll do a prediction show Tuesday. A prediction show what's gonna happen in 2026 or something like that. All right. All right, man. You celebrate Kwanzaa? Okay. Yeah, celebrate whatever you want. We don't judge here. Okay. Just celebrate a Mercedes Moné heel turn on Athena tonight. All right. Let's get into this, guys. All right, man. All right. God. Where do I need to start with this? Okay, this rumors about a female character, a strong female warrior-like character appearing in Man of Tomorrow was fueled back a couple months ago, maybe a month or two ago, maybe back in November or October, somewhere around there, because I do remember talking about it. Okay. All right. So I do remember talking about it. I don't know if it was in November or October. It was one of those 2 months. Okay? And the thing was vague. So automatically, DC stands, DCU stands, DC fans, comic fans, whatever, they all jumped on the gun and went straight to Wonder Woman. And who could blame them, right? When you hear tall female warrior like DC character, you automatically it's Wonder Woman will always be the first one to come to mind, right? First one to come to mind. Okay, it's always going to be Diana Prince, Princess with the Mascara, Wonder Woman, obviously, right? Okay, I mean, right? So you can't fault people on that. Okay, but you gotta look at the context of that she's not the only tall female warrior character in DC. Okay, okay. Well, an example is an example is Hawk Girl. Not this Hawk Girl. The Hawk the girl, the actress that playing Hawk Girl in Superman. She's not tall. Wonder Woman. It's not tall, but Hawk Girl is also a warrior like from Thanagar. Except the actress isn't. Okay, the actress isn't. Okay, and we already know she's in the DC. We've seen her already. Despite the, okay, now Wonder Woman is an Amazon, right? Amazon are women warriors, warrior women, right? So they're not what a natural woman would be, right? They would not, like, women are naturally shorter than men. Their bone structure is built differently than men. They're not usually strong as men. I know you do, Red, right? It's just how genetics are different for men and women, right? Despite what people say, what the feminists will say out there. No. Men are naturally stronger, have more endurance, have more agility, and have more strength than women. It's just a general fact. You can't deny the biological differences between men and women in that sense. Yeah, I mean, I heard rumors of Sideways. Here's the thing. The Batman thing, I'm going to get to it, okay? I'm going to get to it. Okay? We kind of talked about this, me and Blind, a couple days ago on Batman. Did I put this into the group chat? I was going to put this in the group chat. Did I put it in the group chat? Oh, I did. Feminists are stronger than men because feminists are able to annoy people more effectively than men. Okay. Okay. But the Amazons are different. They're different, right? They're different. Well, if they're ever real, first of all. But in DC, they're real. So, but Amazons are not the only warrior-like women in the DC. As I mentioned, Hawk Girl, yes, the actress is not exactly jacked, well built, or tall. There's a woman said, let's face it, she's nobody criticized her without her having no muscle. Every time they criticize Wonder Woman with Gal Gadot or whatever, it's like they criticize that she does not built. She doesn't look built. Well, is it what Merced? Is it what Merced? It's the same thing, but they don't apply the same logic to her because it's not Wonder Woman. It's not Wonder Woman, and okay. I don't know what's happening with that show. I have a feeling that show may not happen. Because if they're writing a Wonder Woman movie, if they're in the process of developing a Wonder Woman movie, that show may be on the back burner for now. Okay? Hi, Patrick. Okay. Then they got Big Barda. Okay? Big Barda, part of the New Gods, but Dark Side and all that stuff, right? Send out money, baby. Yeah, red. Red. Okay, red. Because he keeps it for himself, man. He keeps. Okay. Now, Big Barda, right? I mentioned Big Barda is a warrior too, a warrior like New God, right? She's also tall, and I think she might be actually taller than Wonder Woman uh, in the comics. I think she has big. I think she has her height is. I think she is taller than Wonder Woman. Okay. She might be taller than Big Barda. I was just searching to see. Okay. A Big Barda has all the difference is she's not an Amazon or a child of Zeus, half child of Zeus, but the very similar way things about the two characters that she's a woman and she's a warrior like. Also, part of the new gods, dark side, all that stuff, the deity aspect of the Amazons and the new gods, right? The thing is, Big Barda, because I'm not gonna say which woman is this. Who's it gonna be? If this rumor is true, there's gonna be they're looking for a tall woman who is willing to buck up, right? Because the thing with Big Barda is, if it is true, if it's Big Barda, okay, they're setting up Darkseid again. I would assume this is just teasing Darkseid. Also, because James Gunn could deny it all he want, but what's the point of doing a Mission Miracle show to introduce characters like Darkseid, Big Barda, Granny Goodness, the Furies, and all that new gods? What's the point? I know it's established Mission Miracle as a character in the DCU, and that's an animated show. That's gonna be an animated show, but it's the animated show is DCU, so it's gonna be part of DCU. Okay. Hawk and Dove, Black Hand, Barda, Indigo, Star Sapphire. Okay. Okay. So, okay, you can introduce Darkseid in this show, but you're getting Brainiac. But if I'm gonna go off a bit of a tangent here. If you're gonna introduce Darkseid in the show, there are gonna be some people who want to see Darkseid eventually have a live action version of Darkseid. It's okay. And if Big Bar makes a crossover to this Man of Tomorrow to help Superman defeat Brainiac, I don't know. I just don't know if that's the right move. Wonder Woman, I don't think it's the right move because this is called Man of Tomorrow. Okay. Now, Blinded on the other last stream a couple days ago, he bought Maxima, and Maxima is, Maxima. Maxima, Josh Hutcherson, popular. The thing is, Josh Hutcherson, I mean, he could do the voice, but I can't see him a live version of Mr. Miracle with Josh Hutcherson. I can't picture Josh Hutcherson as a comic book character. Okay? A comic book character. Okay. It's just I don't know. It's just something about him that just doesn't feel like he should be. That he looks like a comic book character he could play. Um, it's weird. I know it's acting, and he can always make somebody look like a comic book character. So then I mentioned Max. No, Blind didn't mention Maxima. The problem with Maxima is, yeah, you're gonna have people like Maxima. Maxima is, you know, Maxima, right? Maxima is about having powerful offspring. Okay, offspring, offspring. Okay, his Maxima is about having powerful offspring with a strong, fierce warrior, and Superman is her main target. Is to go after Superman and mate with Superman, have Superman's children. Now, in Man of Tomorrow, it'd be funny, but you're gonna have stupid people. You're gonna have dumbasses criticize James Gunn, as they do. You know, certain guys who can't accept swearing in a comic book movie. People like them accuse James Gunn of, oh, Superman Man Tomorrow is going to be, oh my God, it's a lot of sex jokes. It's all about sex mating, and sex like that. Um, okay, like that. Okay, okay. Now it would be funny. I mean, would be funny, Maxima. So does Zack Snyder. Well, Zack Snyder. The thing about Zack Snyder, he okay. Zack Snyder's James Gunn jokes. The difference between Zack Snyder's jokes and Zack Snyder isn't joke as much, but when he tries to get edge lord stuff, his jokes are more towards like, oh, cringe. I mean, seriously, like it goes. James Gunn doesn't really do that. Okay, okay. Like the thing is, Zack Snyder's when he enters jokes into his movies, they don't make you laugh. Okay, they don't make you smile because there's neither none of the jokes on Zack Snyder's movies you could really remember. You really remember. Like, you can't remember any jokes from Zack Snyder's DC movies. From Superman, sure you can, right? And Peacemaker, right? Peacemaker. Oh, well, Peacemaker's most of the show is a lot of jokes, but they're funny. They make you remember. Okay, Superman. Yeah, Superman. The jokes are toned down, but they work and they make sense. Man of Tomorrow is a sequel to Superman. Okay, Maxima. I mean, quite an interesting character. I mean, there'll be a lot of jokes involving that. I mean, always going to be jokes involving a James Gunn movie. It's a James Gunn's most darkest stuff always has some lighthearted stuff into it. Even Peacemaker, yeah. Peacemaker is not a lighthearted show. It's a dark comedy, okay? Dark action comedy, Peacemaker. Superman is a light action superhero movie, but you wouldn't classify as a comedy. Peacemaker to me is classified as a comedy. Okay? What's it called? Uh, Black Label Comedy, Preacher Commando. Okay? Now, I do think Supergirl's going to be in the movie. You know, Lex Luthor is. Now, this rumor from Batman. Now, so I don't see like, this rumor about Batman being in a movie. Okay, I saw it. Now, people are. No, I like Dave from Film Junkie. Okay, Film Junkie that says good stuff, produces good stuff. Yeah, he's a fan of Snyder's work, but he's reasonable. He likes the James Gunn stuff. He likes the DCU, right? But I saw some James Gunn's Dave Film Junkies posts on his YouTube channel, the Film Junkie YouTube channel, right? So now everybody's making this connection, right? Oh, Batman's been cast because so because David Cornsweet David Cornsweet on Instagram followed Brandon. What's his name? Brandon Skellner, right? Brandon Skellner. Oh, by the way, I gotta find that picture again. Where's that picture? Um, Brandon Skellner, who was just in the Housemaid movie, okay? Sydney Sweeney and nope, nope. And Amanda, all right? Yeah. So he was just in that movie, right? So David Cornstark just followed him on Instagram, and it's not like actors don't follow each other. Actors follow each other all the time, even when they don't work with each other. If you really pay attention to X and Instagram and all that, if you really follow them on their, so they follow each other even if they never worked in a film with each other, because they okay. Where is no no? I gotta look for the date. Shit. Be right back. Okay, man. Excuse me. I'm just changing. I'm looking for the picture. I'm gonna change my display pic. Sorry. There we go. There we go. There we go. Sorry. Uh Sarah Pigeon? No. No. Uh there's this one actress where I not Wonder Woman. I thought she could be Wonder Woman, but I actually had a different character in mind for this actor for this actress. Um what's her name? I know her name. Man, she could be Wonder Woman. Okay. No. Okay. Yes, I know her name. Okay. It's one actress I was thinking when I was watching the Bob Dylan movie, right? Complete Unknown. And she right? This one actress, and I think blinded I think if you've seen the movie the Bob Dylan movie with Timothy Chalamet, Complete Unknown. There's this one actress who plays legendary Joan Allen, I believe. Is it Joan? What's her name? Not Joan Allen. Yeah, Joan Allen, right? Uh, Joan Baez, what Monica Barbaro, right? Um, shut up, shut up, Brian. Shut up, you Brian. Shut up, Red. Monica Barbaro, right? So I was watching Complete Unknown, and I seen her in the Foo Bar show, the one with Arnold Schwarzenegger on Netflix that just got canceled. Okay, so I was looking at her. I'm like, picturing. You know what? Since she knows some, because she's obviously had to learn some combat for Fun Bar. I'm like, you know what? She could. She has. She's obviously done some training for Food Bar, for some combat training, and she kind of has a dark, long hair, black hair. I'm like, you know, she could be Wonder Woman, Diana Prince. Okay? Or Elise Santana. Like, I'm surprised nobody's mentioned that. Like, I think she has the exact look for one of those two characters because Santana and Wonder Woman are a little similar way how their hair is, right? I mean, there's also Huntress, similar. Okay, it's like those three category characters, not categories. But Batman. So yeah, back to Batman. So yeah, David Corns have followed Brandon Skelnor on Instagram, and Brandon Skelnor is everybody's fan casting as Bruce Wayne slash Batman. Okay, in the DCU. Here's the thing, guys. When people follow each other on Instagram and all that, always take that as a grain of salt. It doesn't really mean anything. Okay? It doesn't really mean anything. Okay. Now, the thing is, here's the problem. And this gives the Snyder fans a lot of fucking ammo. A lot of fucking ammo here. Okay? A lot of fucking ammo Snyder fans would get from this. If you put Wonder Woman and Batman in the movie Man Tomorrow with Lex Luthor, it's gonna be very similar to BVS. Now it may not be called Batman versus Superman: Dawn of Justice, but yeah, I'm doing a solo stream uh, today. But because I have to end, I don't have much time really. Uh, so got a little bit of plans, but okay, it'll be a BVS. The only difference is it'll be a different villain, and the plot will be a little different, right? The plot will be different, but you can put Batman and Superman in a Batman Wonder Woman in a second Superman movie with Lex Luthor. Just a different villain. It's called Man of Tomorrow. Man of Tomorrow with versus Superman. Batman and Wonder Woman. It would just overshadow. It would overshadow the whole thing. The thing about BVS. The thing about BVS is it's called Batman versus Superman. Yes, Wonder Woman is in it. But if you really dig deep into the title, why it's called Dawn of Justice, Batman Superman. Okay, Batman Superman. So those two characters. But the reason why it's called Dawn of Justice, because it's a prelude basically to a to a to Justice League, right? Dawn of Justice. The dawn of the Justice League, right? That's what it is, right? And so that's why Wonder Woman's in the movie. Because after that movie you saw when Superman's dead, him and Batman and Wonder Woman, they decided we need to build a league. An enemy is coming. We need a group of heroes. Okay, so he couldn't get Superman to help recruit. Superman was dead. Okay. Like Martian Manhunter, I can see BB Man tomorrow. I can definitely see Man of Martian Manhunter. I think Martian Manhunter works in the man. Like this, more likely we're working Superman tomorrow. Okay, better. I I also think he could kind of work in Supergirl too. I mean, but I don't think it'll be in Supergirl. Okay. Oh, it's not fat. It's a close-up picture. It's a close-up picture of my phone. That's what it is. That's not what that's okay. That's a picture I took from my phone. Okay, okay. That's what it is. It's not a picture from the computer. Okay. Okay. I think people just, when it comes to Brainiac, they want to see. Yeah, I mean, I have the picture here, I think. Or I might have deleted a picture. Now, let me see. No, it's a picture. I just changed. It's the picture I took. It's the same thing. It's just, I just changed the look of it. It's just. Okay. What was I? Oh my god. Ah, fuck. Now, okay. Because since it's a Brainiac is a villain, everybody wants every like DC character in the Brainiac in the movie of Brainiac. Oh my god, Brainiac is gonna be this Roland Vader. Oh my god, you know how in Marvel movies, the war where they had a villain trying to take over a country, the world, and didn't involve the Avengers. Like it happens, okay? It happens. Okay? You don't need 10 superheroes. You don't need freaking Batman, Wonder Woman, Superman, Lex Luthor, the, the Lanterns, Supergirl, Peacemaker. Hell, we'll just throw some randoms in there. Plastic Man, The Flash. You don't need all of them for this. Okay? Yes, I know some of you are disappointed. Some of you probably disappointed Brainiac's not a Justice League villain. Well, whoopee doo! Yes, as Chris Farley would say, what's Chris Farley? I gotta get that clip. I gotta get that clip. Let me just. Whoopsie daisy. I don't know. Okay. Okay. Where's Thor? Thor is not going to be a Spider-Man. Okay. Okay. So you go. So what? You're disappointed with Brainiac being not a Justice League villain? Too bad. There's a bunch of other DC villains that could be a Justice League villain. You got Darkseid. You got Vandal Savage. You got the Justice League Doom, man. I'm not the Society of Villains thing. Smoke some crap. You got what's the? Oh my god. Legion of Doom. Group of bunch of heroes. You got how? You got freaking you got a freaking you could do Black Lanterns. You could do all that shit. You got a lot of stories you could do with Justice League. Brainiac doesn't necessarily need to be a Justice League villain. Oh, and newsflash: neither does Darkseid. Neither does Darkseid. You know, you could have Darkseid appear in a Superman movie. Darkseid gets defeated, but doesn't die or anything, retreats, and then you can make a Justice League movie out of that. Okay, you can do even that. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Brainiac can still be a Justice League villain. You know, Brainiac could. It's the same as I said for Darkseid. You could do the exact same thing with Brainiac. Brainiac could lose, it retreats, and rethinks, reanalyze, recalculates, and then Brainiac comes back with a bigger, more diabolical plan. And then Justice League needs a form to take down Brainiac. You can still do that. They're both fat. Okay. Amazing. So you gotta relax, guys. Like it could happen. It could happen. I mean, like it can make a villain into a Justice League villain. You can have a villain appear in one film and eventually becomes a Justice League villain. Okay? They're both dead. That's true too. And they were both fat. Prometheus. Lieutenant Starro. A man of cracking advice. Shut up, Red. That's kind of true. Whoopie da. Whoopie da. Okay? Like, you got the White Martians. You can do shit. Okay? Do you think every. Here's the thing. If you look at Marvel movies, you think Thanos, some of the villains in the Marvel movies, they could have been built up as 2, 3 villain things, right? Could have built up as Avengers villain. Really? I know Thanos has been in multiple films, but when did Thanos get involved? Get involved. He never fought. Every time he made an appearance before Infinity War, he never fought anybody, right? He never fought anybody, right? Yet people do his dirty work. Had Loki do his dirty work. He, what's his name? Shit. Lee plays his character. Oh, fuck. Ronan do his dirty work. He had people do his dirty work, but he never fought and retreated anybody in the Marvel movies. Then we saw him get involved in Infinity War, Endgame, so on, right? But you could have Thanos in the Guardians movie lose in the Guardians movie early on or something like that. Of course, it wouldn't make sense, but and then retreat and then build him up from there to being the eventual big villain of the MCU. You could have done it with Thanos. Hell, you could have had Ultron. You know what you could have done with Ultron? Not necessarily have him be beaten, but you could have had Ultron. You know what you could have done with Ultron? You should have done with Ultron is what I've done with Ultron. At the end of which came out first? Iron Man 3? Iron Man 3. If I would have done Ultron, if I was doing Ultron, Iron Man 3, you would see Tony Stark start working on the Ultron thing, trying to protect the world, Ultron thing with Bruce Banner. And I know in the Age of Ultron, they open the whole scene, they go to the Hydra base and all that shit. You still could have done that, but I would have hinted at Ultron a little bit earlier. Okay? Okay? Like Zemo. Yeah, I mean, like, yeah. Okay? Okay? seen movies. You've seen movies in different franchises. Uh, Look at X-Men, for example. The first three movies, right? They defeat Magneto. Second movie, they align themselves with Magneto. Third movie, they defeat Magneto again. Okay? You could do that. You could you could make a villain. You don't have to introduce a villain as a Justice League villain or Avengers villain right off the bat. You could introduce him early on in a smaller project, gets defeated, gets beaten. My guess is they're trying to do it with Kang. They were trying to do it with Kang, right? Marvel was trying to do it with Kang, right? Obviously, in the Loki shows, they're trying to set up all the Kang variants. Now, obviously, they defeated Kang the Conqueror in Ant-Man and the Boss, Quantumania. They were trying to do it with Kang, right? They thought they defeated Kang, but we know there's more than Kangs out there trying to take over the multiverse, right? They tried to have Kang, and obviously, they went the other direction. Kang is Gonzo, he's gone. Gonzo. And replace him with Doctor Doom. Okay? Maybe, I mean, okay? You could have done that. Okay? You could have him defeat Brainiac. Brainiac retreats. He's not totally defeated. And comes back stronger, more powerful, smarter, more ready. And then maybe then you could have a Justice League movie. Okay? You could do that. Oh my god. Because I believe you could do that. You'll necessarily need to introduce the main villain in the Justice League or Avengers movie. Why not? I mean, look, Thor teased Avengers villain Loki from Thor 1. Okay? Okay? Like Marvel never had really a reoccurring villain, except a couple of villains. Like, I guess Zemo is considered a reoccurring villain for Falcon and Winter Soldier, and Loki. But they made Loki into a good guy. They're turning both Lokis into good guys. The one that Dallas killed, and the one in his own show is turning into a good guy. Right? Toronto. Right? Right? So they never really have done a job of reoccurring villains where we get to see them again. It was like it's they kill them off usually. 95% of the villains they use in Marvel, they kill off. All right, they kill off usually, right? Okay, or they're put in jail and not to be seen again. Right? DC is not going to do that with all its villains. Okay? The thing I think James Gunn understands is different from Marvel, the importance of keeping the villains around and not killing them all. I know Superman, Batman, blah 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 have no kill rule, right? And I know in the comics, like the real reason for that is, yeah, they can say for moral reasons, for character moral reasons, but it's really about generating sales. If they kill off the Joker and Joker is not to be seen again in the comics, I don't know would Batman comics sell? Understandably from the business perspective, but I think what James Gunn sees is the importance of these villains because he sees it from a moral character standpoint, right? That, and I don't think Marvel truly understands that. Okay. Now, from adapting comics to live action, obviously you're casting real life people. Now, the real life people want to sign up for one or two or three more movies. Not every actor is willing to do that. I understand that. I understand that. But here's the thing about the industry. You can always replace the character with a different actor. Okay? The actor doesn't make the character makes the actor. Okay? Okay, good fuck is my being insane. Grodd? Grodd! Okay? Actually, I got about like an hour, so yeah, I can invite blinded on. And it ended at 6. I got 55 minutes. Like the Kang recast. Well, I don't know if it was a Kang recast. I don't think there's a recast of Kang. They're just going a different direction. So yeah, I got some time. Kang the Conqueror. I kind of like that. That's actually quite funny, man. Kang the I mean, with Doom, I mean, he didn't recast Franklin. No, is it Frank? He didn't cast Kang. I mean, yes, Red, she is, or he is. But yeah. But can you imagine if Victor Von Doom ends up being in the MCU, end up being a variant of Kang, becoming Victor Von Doom instead? You think that would piss off a lot of people if Kang is Victor Von Doom, a version of Kang is Victor Von Doom, or like Victor Von Doom is the main Kang? It's really Victor Von Doom ends up being like a descendant of Reed Richards. That would piss off a lot of people. I think that would piss off a lot of people. That would anger a lot of people if that was the case. If it turns out Victor Von Doom is the main Kang. Like it was really the actual descendant of the main descendant of Reed Richards is actually goes back in time, becomes Victor Von Doom, looks like Robert Downey Jr., looks like Iron Man. Oh my god! That's a twist I don't think anybody would see. Getting fingernails done. No, I got some time till like 6 o'clock. I got like 50 minutes. I'm sorry. What? I need to go red too. Oh my god. God, if they did that, if they did that with Victor Von Doom, you heard it here, folks. If that happens in Avengers Doomsday or Secret Wars, it turns out Victor Von Doom is an actual variant of Kang that becomes Victor Von Doom and all that shit. Source me. Source me. Because I can tell you one thing, guys. Some of you may not have been here watching my stream a couple years ago. I think in 2022, I got a few things. 2022, 2023, I got some stuff I made up. Right. Right. Okay. Yeah, Dan RPK. Danny RPK is a con artist. He's a con artist. Or she, it's a she, right? It's a he, right? It's a con artist. He's a con artist. He's been caught. I mean, no, I got things right in 2020, 2023. I mean, I got the Jane Foster cancer storyline right, and the Scoopers didn't even have that. The Scoopers didn't even have that. And some people didn't believe me that the Marvel would go that far with the Jane Foster cancer storyline. I'm like, yeah, I think they're gonna go that far. I think they're gonna do that. I said Hercules. I want to be like Hercules should be in the Thor: Love and Thunder with all the Greek gods, Zeus. So I'm like, what if Hercules makes an appearance in this? And guess what? Hercules did make an appearance in the movie, and I got the George Clooney appearing in the Flash before Grace Randolph said that. And when I said about George Clooney appearing in the Flash, that was not a rumor. That was just a make up stuff. I was just pretending to be a scooper. I was like making fun of scoopers when I said that. When George Clooney's going to appear in the Flash because people were just back then speculating everybody's going to be in the Flash. Every DCU character, Batman character is going to be in the Flash. So I just decided to joke around, but George Clooney's going to be in the Flash, and it ended up coming true. It ended up coming true. Heck, like I don't know, oh, I tried to make a pic of Grace and Campia kissing on ChatGPT. They wouldn't allow it to be made. It would allow it would allow it to be made, man. I tried. Man, I'm sorry. Okay. No. I was thinking Wonder Woman rumor. Well, All right, so I got chased. I got chased by a dog because I dressed up as him. No, you didn't. Oh man. Yeah, sure, sure. I thought Sturgis would dress up as a Sailor Moon character. And once he's all 5 days of things lunch. I don't. I watched the second half of the last 3 episodes. I tell you one thing: the show's so damn confused. The writing in this show, the writing in this 3 episodes, so damn confusing. So damn confused. It's oh my god. I just like man, and it's really all over the place. It's all of a sudden all the kids are so damn wise and smart and intelligent. It's okay. Stranger Things, no, it was not supposed to be an anthology series. And like, I don't understand the main villain's plan. Uh, yeah, so the court system is milking JDA, that's why. Oh my god. JDA is milking Stranger Things content. Yeah, so our call is about the accused gun copy BVS. Yeah, this all happens. It's not. I don't believe it. I don't believe for a second. One of my side chicks likes it when I dauber as a tuxedo mask. What side chicks? What the heck? You many of side chicks? Um, Red is gay confirmed. Oh, you pretend to be gay so I can get some pussy. You know what's funny? I have heard that a lot of women are attracted to gay men. I don't. It's like I don't know. Is that true? But I the thing about Stranger Things is it's oh my god, like what's with the writing? I'm like, damn. I said this about Stranger Things. All the characters, there's nothing that really stands out about them that makes you exciting. That makes them exciting. They're all. It's like I don't have a favorite character in that show. I don't. Now does that make me stand out? And pretending to be gay, pretending to be gay, pretending to be gay to get pussy doesn't work. Well, here's the thing. It hasn't worked for me yet. Here's the thing. One rule of advice: if you're trying to hit a woman and you're saying you're gay, you're pretending you're not hitting on a woman, but but because if you're gay, if you say you're gay to a woman, if a woman starts hitting on you and you're gay, and then you say you're because they think you're gay and you say you're not gay, I mean that's okay. That's okay. If they think you're gay and they start, no, they wouldn't talk to you if they think you're gay. This is bad. This is how you hit on a woman. You go to a bar, sees a woman he likes, starts chatting her up, pretending he's not flirting because if he right, right? And then he sits the girl likes to sit to him, but then he says, yeah, I'm gay, so I'm not hitting on you. And then you end up, as the time goes on, you chit chat about an hour, and then you say, oh, I'm sorry, I'm not, I lied, I'm not gay. You know what happened? You probably get slapped, you probably get the woman to pour her alcoholic drink over your head, Advice: never lie to a girl about your sexuality if you're hitting on them. Okay? Yeah, Stranger Things. Here's the thing: there's a lot of people upset that none of the main characters have died at all. At all. None of the main characters. None of the main characters died at all. And the group gets bigger and bigger. Even in the last 2 episodes, they added 2 or 3 more people to the group. It's like, oh my god, what is this? They got more people. They got more people part of the group than the Avengers have or the Justice League have. There's too many characters. Oh my god, yeah, there is. Well, because George, I think it's because it'd be better for some characters' development if the main character does die, because most of the characters in the show were side characters. I mean, I understand why like people like Eddie and Max's brother died, but I don't know. It's like on a show with mainstay characters that go for more than 3 or 4 seasons, people want to see a main character die. It's like we don't always want to see a side character die. Like a lot of the main shows are built in the same way like this. You got main characters die, at least a couple main characters that die. Steve, Dustin, and Max. Yeah, characters don't have to die, but the world is ending and nothing is happening. Exactly. I mean, and now I know, like, now they're going at Vecna, and Vecna is not, I'm telling you, Vecna is not really the main villain of the show. The main villain of the show is the Mind Flare, because, okay, I'm going to spoil everything. If you haven't seen the seasons, I'm going to spoil Vecna for you guys. Vecna's origins. Okay? Vecna as a kid, right? Named Henry Creel, right? As a kid. Ventured off as a Boy Scout, right? As a Boy Scout. This is the latest episode as a Boy Scout. He heard a man in the cave who was hurt and had a briefcase, right? He also ventured off into the upside down world. So what happened was he opened up his briefcase, right? He opened up this briefcase, and you don't see what's in the briefcase, but he opened up his briefcase, and it seems like a light comes out, right, in his briefcase. Well, apparently this is the Mind Flayer, blood of the Mind Flayer. The Mind Flayer is in season 3, and the blood of the Mind Flayer enters Henry Creel's body, changes his mind, and he gets the blood of it, and that gives him the powers. That gives him all the powers, right? And it affects his mind into a more psychopathic state, and all this shit happens, and then he kills his mother and his sister. His powers. He doesn't know he had the powers, and he didn't know he killed him with his powers. He gets taken away by Dr. Brenner. Brenner was studying this stuff, Brenner is from the first episode, from the first season. So he's studying this stuff, and how there's a bunch of different kids, right? A bunch of different kids with different women getting pregnant, a bunch of different kids. So he's studying this because he knew about this Mind Flayer and blood inside Henry. So he's using Henry's blood to purge in all these kids. So 11's, Eleven, how 11 get all these powers? All these powers? It's all from Vecna. All from Vecna's blood, Henry's blood. Okay? All from his blood. That's all from Vecna's blood. And the blood is not specifically from Vecna, from Henry. It's actually from the Mind Flayer. Okay? So the Mind Flayer is the actual villain. Henry Creel was not born a psychopath. The Mind Flayer, when it entered his bloodstream, entered his body, it made him a psychopath. And now Linus Hamilton's character, who is really underdeveloped, is trying to do the exact same thing that the Doctor in the first season is trying to do. Because she believes that for military purposes to protect America. That's basically Vecna's okay. That's how Vecna that's how that's how Levin got powers. That's how Vecna got powers. And there's other, okay? That's how they got powers. I mean, it makes, right? So, yeah. Because I kind of knew something is up with Vecna. Something's at play here with Vecna. More leading on. Because if you saw seasons... Okay. All right, so I'm going to go. We got nothing else to say. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, comment below. Take care, guys.
Come on. Thanks for watching him, bitch!